Is Eyes of Wakanda a win for Marvel Animation, or should it just be skipped altogether? Welcome back to another Movie Night Series review. Today we are talking about Eyes of Wakanda. This is the latest animated mini-series set within the actual MCU, and I'm glad that they're embracing that. If you go to the Disney Plus timeline, it has it at the very beginning on the complete timeline spectrum, which was very cool to see, because as you watch the show, it very clearly connects to the MCU. And by the way, mild spoilers for the review. I'm not going to go fully into all the details, but I am going to be explaining things that weren't necessarily advertised. So if you don't want to know anything about Eyes of Wakanda, go watch it, come back for the review. But if not, if you're cool knowing just a little bit of details about the show, stick around. It's very short. It's only 4 episodes, which is really unfortunate because this is a series that I feel like you could have done like seasons of a show. And, we only got 4 stories, which is unfortunate. And what's more unfortunate is I loved 2 of the stories. I think episodes 2 and 3 are fantastic. Episodes 1 and 4 are okay. I still lean positive on the show overall, but episode 1 I thought was an interesting introduction to this type of storytelling, and the villain was very interesting, but overall it just kind of lackluster in the end. The finale episode, I thought the whole idea of it was really cool, but I should have felt more during that finale, during the reveal of what the story is and how it ties in. It was very cool, but it didn't like get me to the hype that I feel like it should have gotten me there. There was just something about it that just didn't quite work for me, and it may have just been the fact that it felt kind of hindered by the structure of the rest of the show, and that this clearly could have been a much larger thing that was squashed. And I think that kind of hindered it a little bit. Like, had we gone through like a long journey of episodes and then this is the finale, it works much better than just a 4-episode miniseries that you can binge in one sitting. But again, the story is very cool. But I really want to talk about episodes 2 and 3 because I really, really liked them a lot. I believe they were written by Marc Bernardin, and episode 2 ties the MCU and Wakanda in with Greek history, Greek mythology, of Troy, the Iliad, and, Achilles and Odysseus. I thought that was really, really fun, really, really cool. And the, turmoil that the 2 characters, Achilles and the character from Wakanda, whose, of course, name I'm forgetting right now, but the turmoil that they went through, the friendship that they had, and the betrayal that they felt, it felt very real. And, when they were fighting, you felt, as an audience member, you felt devastated. You were like, no, I don't want to see this end badly for either of them. And you know where it's going if you know the myth, but it was just very, you felt actually, I really cared about that dynamic, that relationship, and those characters. And, having it tie into the overall story of the whole show of bringing artifacts back to Wakanda, that was really, really interesting. And I thought the way that episode played out was really fun and really cool. And then you get to the 3rd episode, you get an Iron Fist. You get an Iron Fist from way, way in the past. I believe it was the 14 or 1500s when it takes place, but very cool reveal. Very fun, interesting character that's from Wakanda. And having that Iron Fist character show up not only solidifies Iron Fist in the MCU, even though they've recently recanonized the Netflix shows. This is obviously way before Danny Rand, way before all that. And I thought that the relationship dynamic was very interesting between the Iron Fist and the Wakandans. I thought that the fight sequences and the action were excellent. I thought that they were incredibly well done, especially the big Iron Fist moment at the end of the episode that you get. I'm a big Iron Fist fan, I don't know if you can tell. And of the comic, the Netflix show was not that. But I really enjoyed it. It was very fun to see. And, the little Easter eggs you can see within Wakanda while you're there was very fun. And again, just a very interesting, fun story that felt like the journey that the rest of the show could have been if it was longer and had more to do. Again, the 1st episode, I thought the villain was very interesting. I thought that the overall setup was cool, but it just kind of fell a little bit flat for me. And the finale episode, while cool and had a cool concept, it just didn't fully land with me emotionally. And the journey should have been longer before we kind of did something like that. And I'm trying to think what else. Oh, some negatives. I didn't love the animation style. And it's not something I would typically say of the Marvel animation, new Marvel animation. I think the best that they've looked is X-Men 97 and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I thought, though, they look phenomenal. What If looks fine. Like, I don't love it, I don't hate it. And this one kind of looks more like What If, but a little bit worse. Now, the background animation looked gorgeous, but the, forefront animation with the actual characters, I don't know, maybe I'm alone on that. Maybe everyone else likes the animation, but I didn't love how it looked. I wish it looked a little bit different. But, overall, it's a very fun addition to the MCU. I'm glad that they're recognizing it as like the official canon within the Disney Plus timeline. Like I mentioned, episodes 2 and 3 are really fantastic and really fun and just interesting journeys to go on to learn more about the history of Wakanda, learn more about these characters. It was very, very cool, and I'm glad they did it. I do wish, I feel like this could have been like a 7-series, 15 episodes each. I feel like this could have been an awesome show that you could have little Easter eggs or tie in to the larger MCU if you wanted to, or just tell really interesting standalone stories because you have all of human history to deal with. I feel like it's a wasted opportunity to not do more of it when what we got was really good with some flaws, but still, I'd wish that they would continue a bit more. And we know that Marvel now is focusing more on quality over quantity, and they're trying to really focus on projects, which is a good thing, don't get me wrong, but, it would have been cool to do more of this, because I feel like they wrote this a while ago and animated it a long time ago too, and set on a shelf very similarly to Ironheart and Wonder Man that's coming out later this year, so, we'll have to see how that goes. Last thing I'll say is the voice acting. I thought the voice acting was really great all around, solid work. I've never really had a problem with the Marvel animation voice actors, and this is no exception. I thought they all did a really good job. Again, I thought it was a fun little mini-series that you can binge in one sitting, but I thought episodes 2 and 3 were better than 1 and 4. And when I revisit the show, I'll most likely just be revisiting them. But what did you think of Eyes of Wakanda? Please let me know down in the comments below if you've seen it. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next review.